What's going on, guys? Welcome to the midday market recap. My name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos, where we talk about everything over-the-counter penny stocks. And if you aren't familiar with what over-the-counter penny stocks are, they are stocks that are not typically traded on the New York Stock Exchange. It's an extremely volatile market, but that's why I love it so much. I thrive on the volatility. You can experience monster gains, but it could also hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're interested in this crazy, highly volatile market and love to see the unbelievable risk reward that goes on down here, then subscribe to this channel. It literally is the only one that's specifically dedicated to the OTC, and therefore is also the largest channel out there that's specifically dedicated to the OTC. Has a lot of questions though about what was going on with Stockwatch Sunday. I just wanted to reiterate that, just wanted to touch on some current events. I mean, I know that obviously a lot of things are unaffected in the OTC when it comes to like the geopolitical landscape and stuff like that. But granted, there's a lot of other people that trade across all facets of the stock market. So I just want to make sure I addressed that and just kind of gave my 2 cents on it. If it's something that you don't want to see more of, then that's fine. I'll just stick to my regular old thing. Yeah, I mean, nevertheless, it's been pretty slow today so far, but there is some stuff moving as we kind of expected per our Stockwatch Sunday, and we'll go over those real quick. Before I do so, let me welcome some folks in here: Jason, Alan, Amy, Michelle, Blade Runner Zero, and of course, as always, the We Trade HQ admin. Always good to have her there too. So let's get into it. Let's see here. I am going to share my screen. So if you are unfamiliar with how or what platform this is WeTradeHQ.com. If you're visiting this channel for the first time ever, this is basically what we do or what I do when I go and do a lot of my technical analysis. It's a free platform where up now over officially 4,000 members from around the globe learning and celebrating each other's success. And it really is a cool platform to have. We have our trading view charts that are integrated into the site. You can talk with your friends about your favorite tickers, and it's all absolutely free. We have so much more to offer here as well. We have the WeTrade tracker. We can track your trades and, basically just become a better trader on some powerful metrics that the WeTrade tracker provides when you import your trades from your broker. We also have the WeTrade Live as well, where you can watch your favorite trader as they trade live on YouTube or any other streaming service such as Twitch, you name it. So anyway, CMGO. CMGO was, as expected, bounced off of this previous support and is starting to move up. Again, it's pretty slow overall in the market today, so not much going on. But nevertheless, CMGO, I expected to come off of this support level around 02 and in fact, or 024, and in fact it did. So there's not really that much volume to speak of. If I go and look at my equity feed scanner, we can look at it and see that we have $115,000 in volume, and it's lunchtime. Previously when we were looking at CMGO, much more volume to be had there. But again, if you're looking at the stock market overall in the OTC, there's nothing really moving that much. I mean, you see some green here. This is my watch list up here in the left corner. And obviously there's a lot of green to go around, but if you look at the trades, I mean, there's really nothing to be excited about so far. Having said that, there's been, like I said, a couple of other movers that we expected to move today. So even though there hasn't been a drastic move in CMGO, this is something that we kind of thought was going to happen, and it has so far. Next one is PDPR. It hasn't, again, it's really kind of consolidating here. I was kind of surprised. In the beginning, this is one that I kind of expected to be like a lottery type of play. And I was pretty set on most likely selling it today just because I didn't really like the way that it was reacting in the beginning of the market open. But it's actually starting to consolidate quite nicely. So I might hang on to it just to kind of see what happens so far. I'm barely green on this, so it's not like I'm overjoyed and jumping up and down at the amount of money that I'm making on it. But my average is at 0015. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. The volume in here is okay, considering all things considered on the market overall volume. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on it a little bit. I explained to you guys that I was in this on unusual volume. They came out with a kind of a lazy PR today. And, just kind of talking about the CBD market, because this is what PDPR is getting into. I already explained to you some cautions to be had with this particular stock based off of the settlement that they had to agree upon. But nevertheless, it's just something that I'm going to keep an eye on. Like I said yesterday, it's just kind of one of those lotto plays because of that unusual volume that came in on nothing. It just kind of caught my attention. And given that the share structure is also pretty small, 40 million, I doubt that's not going to be too much larger than that currently. I'm sure it's probably, I don't know, the way that it's moving, probably still less under the 100 million float range. But again, I'll be watching PDPR closely. If it doesn't go the way that I would like it to, I'm going to keep a very short leash on this. It kind of seems like that's the way it's going for all of these stocks today, keeping short leashes on them. But nevertheless, I'll just keep an eye on it and see where it goes. VYST, we talked about this one last night as well. Don, if you're watching, this is not me setting up zones. Don't chop my head off. I see that you're here, man. What's going on? So I'm just showing some channels that we noticed on VYST previously, and the explanation that I gave last night about how it was kind of hanging out in this channel and looked like it was going to potentially break out of that. And in fact, it did. So we'll see where this goes. New highs on this one. I like it. VYST is one that I actually am building a position around, and we'll see where it's going. But I like the channels that it was in. We got into this at the low 4s because we saw this come in and it looked like a pretty decent support. So in the low 4-cent range, I like that. That's when a lot of us within my morning mentorship got into VYST, and it's been since then moving up. It had settled into this channel quite nicely, and it looks like it's starting to break out of that. So, we'll see where this goes. There's no catalysts on this yet. I think this is just specifically a chart play so far, and we'll just kind of see what VYST does. But overall, guys, it's just been a really boring day. March must be a slow month for the OTC. Actually, it's not. So it's a little bit surprising to me that the market's doing what it's doing right now. It's not something that we typically see here in the OTC. Usually, the OTC is quite busy this time of month, or this time of year. The only thing I can explain it away is that, you big board guys probably won't understand this too much because you see so much volume there already every day for the most part compared to what we see down here. But there really is a thing when it comes to people that may be selling off for taxes. Maybe they got to pay their taxes, so there could be some selling, and maybe that's why there's some low volume because tax season's coming up. So I don't know. I usually don't see that though until April. It's a little concerning to see it this early, but we'll see. I mean, it could just be a fluky thing that March has just been a little crazy. Really, 2019 hasn't yielded a whole lot of major runners like it has in the past. But it is what it is. You just got to play what's out there. You have to be a lot more selective, and let that be the lesson that you take away from today. And really kind of what we've been seeing over the last couple weeks is just that low volume. You just got to be way more selective with your plays. Don't force trades, and stick to your plan. So let's see. A lot of comments on zones. Yeah. That's pretty funny. So let's see here. Got to evolve with the market. Absolutely. Absolutely. So guys, I'm going to start something different too. So if you stuck around to the end of this video, I want to start to do a question of the day. So my question of the day is, when the market's slow for you, what is it that you do? Do you go back and review charts? Do you look for things to potentially play, or do you just typically sit it out when the market's slow and rather not risk anything and not try to force yourself into something? I'm interested to see what your take is on slow markets, what your reactions are, and how you plan for something like a slow market that we're seeing today. So leave the comments down below for me if you would not mind. I read all of them, so feel free to do so, and I might respond to a couple of them. And that is it for me, guys. And if you're looking to be a part of the WeTrade HQ community that you were seeing on my screen there, then go check us out. The links are in the description for that too. It's absolutely free to join. And we have now officially over 4,000 members. We celebrated that last night. So thank you so much for all of your support. We could not have done it without you. So thank you very much. So over 4,000 members from around the globe learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. And we have more than More than just penny stocks. I'm laughing at Don down here. You distracted me, man. No, I'm just kidding. That's hilarious. You do need this hoodie. So this hoodie is also, the links are in the description below. Check that out. I can hook you up, Don. It's all good. But yeah, where was I going with that? So if you're looking to trade more than just penny stocks, you want to trade ETFs, futures, Forex, options, cryptocurrencies, you name it, no matter what you're trading in the market, WeTrade HQ is the place for you. I'm a mess, guys, today. Sorry about that. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, I will see you all before the bell. And B Smith is out. Take care.